Hi there, my name's Chris Norton. I'm the founder of BRIM, and today I'll be showing you how to create a new case and report an incident in the BRIM software. What you see on this screen is the screen that comes up right after a successful login. Now before we get started, I'd like to clarify just a bit of terminology here. One of the questions we often get is what is the difference between a case and an incident? Now, in BRIM, a case is a complete history between two or more students rather, whereas an incident is a single occurrence within that history. So for example, let's say we have two students, John and Billy, and John pushes Billy into his locker on 3 separate occasions. We'd say that was 3 incidents within John and Billy's case. Now, we're going to go ahead and create our new case now. If you can see my mouse on the screen there, you'll see that there's that button, create a new case and report an incident. So we're going to click that now. Alright, so it should now say 3 easy steps to creating your new case here. The first step is we're going to enter basic details for the case, then we're going to add our students to the case, and then we're going to report the incident that sparked the case. On this screen here, you'll notice that the only required field is case number here. Every case is automatically given its own number for reference purposes. You can also see here there's a space for a case title. Case number C10187 may not be easy to remember, but you can give it an easy to remember name like John and Billy's case, and that'll really help when you have a whole bunch of cases in your system and you need to find the one you're looking for quickly. You'll see here there's also case status. You can assign it in progress, closed, or cancelled. And then case owner down here at the bottom, that is simply the person or staff responsible for managing and following up on this case. Okay, so we're going to give a quick description. John and Billy's case. We haven't received any feedback from their parents. And case title, we'll just go ahead and make case title the same as the description here. Okay, now we're going to click create to move to the next step. Alright, so now we are on the screen where we can add students to the case. We have bullies, victims, bystanders, and peers. So bullies, victims, and bystanders, it should be pretty clear what that is. There's this 4th category down here called peers. Now that means peer conflict. Not every case that you're going to deal with is going to be a case of bullying. For example, it may only be a one-off incident, or it may be between students of approximately equal power, equal social status, whatnot, in which case you'd want to assign those students to the peer role in the case rather than bully victim roles in the case. And also you'll see down here we have a quick definition of the different roles for your convenience. Although you'll see here the definitions are provided for your convenience and will vary by school, district, and state or province. So please be sure to check with your local policies and laws. Alright, so as this is John and Billy's case, we're going to go ahead and enter John here as the bully. And victims, Billy is unfortunately the victim, so we're going to add him in here. And perhaps there was a bystander. Maybe Jessica Stewart was a bystander, so we've added her in there. Alright, so John's the bully, Billy's playing the role of victim in this case, and Jessica was the bystander. We're now going to click Save, then continue to incident creation to report the incident that sparked the case. Alright, so this is our case incident reporting form. Now one of the things we also do is on school websites, we put a form very similar to this on your school website that students and parents can use to anonymously report. So for our example case here, we had Jessica, and we're not going to enter her phone number and email address, but if we had it, we could enter it here. Email notifications, perhaps a homeroom teacher, perhaps John and Billy's homeroom teacher should be notified. If we wanted to notify them, we would enter the teacher's email here and then a quick comment to the recipients. Let's see, so now down here we have incident information. You'll see every incident is given its own number for reference purposes as well. Let's see, we'll assign students grade level, they're in grade 7, bullying's been gone for maybe a couple weeks. John pushed Billy into his locker in the hallway. And Jessica witnessed it. let's say homeroom teachers have been notified. The location of the incident, it was the hallway. You'll see here we can also add new locations. If your school has locations not already in the list, you can add them right here. Let's see, behaviors involved, it was shoving and hitting, and again, if you have a behavior you want to track that's not already included in this list, you can add it right here. Motivation, we don't know the motivation in this case. Severity, we'll call it moderate. Date of the incident, perhaps it was, let's say, this Wednesday. And the time, perhaps it was about lunchtime, maybe 12 o'clock. Now, at the same time that we are reporting an incident, we can also record what steps our school is taking in response to that incident. We can do that by scheduling a next step. You'll see here that there's a whole bunch of different steps already available. Now, these steps would be the procedures that your school follows in response to an incident. If you have a procedure that's not listed here, you can add it by clicking this Add a New Type of Step. So perhaps in this case we had a student conversation, we also had a conversation with the student's parents. We can highlight that here. The date started, let's say we did that on Thursday, and it was also completed on Thursday as well. Let's see, this was completed and it was assigned to me, Chris Norton, so we'll click my name there. Just a reminder, whenever you click a name, these people will receive an email notification letting them know that they've been assigned this task. So normally under the assigned to, you would see your fellow staff members' names here. Alright, so we've gone and entered our case details, our incident details. We're now going to go ahead and complete the creation of this new case by clicking the Create button at the bottom of the page here. Alright, so now we have View Case C10187, John and Billy's case. It's in progress. You'll see here it's giving you a notification that your incident has been successfully added to the case and your BRIM administrator notified. Your BRIM administrator is the person at your school that manages and maintains your BRIM account. So whenever an incident is reported, they also receive an email that this incident has been entered into the system. You'll see our incident shows up here, N10197, John pushed Billy into his locker in the hallway. It happened in the hallway, involved shoving and hitting. Let's see, so we have our basic description of the case. John, again, we entered him as bully, so he shows up here. Billy is playing the role of victim in this case, and Jessica was a bystander. Let's see your upcoming deadlines. Now, we did have this next step here, but today is the 25th of January. This step has already been completed, so it does not show up in my upcoming deadlines here. Let's see, and I think that is about it. Now, hopefully this has sufficiently explained to you how to go about creating a case and reporting an incident. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact either myself or our support team at support@antibullyingsoftware.com, all one word, support@antibullyingsoftware.com. Thank you so much for your time, and we are excited to work with you.